And I can only imagine that's probably terrible.
Yeah, that's what. If you look at American Idol, another pioneer reality show, they're the first couple shows, and I'm guilty of watching only the first couple of shows because I do enjoy it. But the first couple of shows is, has a couple of good singers, and then it's laughing at somebody doing horrible at singing and letting those people go up there. I mean, they have to go through the preliminary judges, and then that gets them on camera.
Who lets those people?
Yeah, and they do it.
They do it to make fun of them.
To make fun of them, and like I said, I watch it, and having the little girls in the beauty pageant.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. No.
And those girls are going to have to live with that, and it's different from being. If people are going to say, well, they're in a beauty pageant, so it's not going to bother them. It is, and a lot of those mothers are living vicariously through them, and that's what they're going to have to live with with all the fallout after all that's said and done, and it's going to be rough.
Yeah,
I think at the end of the day, people are the reality stars just living for right now.
Yeah,
Snooki, I'm pretty sure when she's 80 years old, she's not going to want to be known as the. She's not one of the drunk that was on everybody's TV that everybody talked about.
Yeah.
And and those parents they'll soon regret. Those kids on that toddler show, they're gonna regret.
Like, why did we participate in this?
And they don't. A 5-year-old kid or however old they are, they're pretty young, but they don't get a say so. Their parents are going to make them do that, so their parents can be on TV, and that's what is the worst part about it. I don't know who came up with the idea of that show, but that's just not a real good show to have out there because those kids ain't getting a say so. They're not getting to say.
Yeah, the parents are even living for right now. I mean, it's not thinking about, hey, what will I look like in 10 to 20 years? Those poor kids, poor kids.
And going back to what you were saying about you couldn't imagine, growing up in the limelight.
Oh my God.
The one person that I feel for is Bobby Christina. Like, I mean, I could not be 18 and my mother die, and not only does she die, but everyone's pointing the finger at my dad. Everyone's pointing the finger at
her past habits.
Her past habits, and just like there's no way.
Yeah, and that's what you look at all the child star celebrities. Look at all the ones that have had a rough time, been in jail, been on drugs and stuff like that, and they knew what they were getting into when they decided to do it. They might have been influenced by their parents, but they still chose to go and make a career out of it. These people are just simply trying to be on TV, and that's what it is.
I mean, and then when fame comes, here comes more money, more problems. I guess that's the same.
Mm-hmm.
You got the drugs, and you got as she was saying, poor Bobby Christina. Her mom was overcoming a habit that, and everybody wants to point the finger and say this is how it happened and assume. So
yeah. There are a lot of secrets in reality television that are unbeknownst to the public. For instance, everyone knows about this show, Survivor.
Yeah.
How many of us watch Survivor?
I was going to say, I actually remember the first show actually being filmed here in Alabama.
Really?
Yeah. Off in some woods somewhere.
Oh, well, we have a lot of those here in this wonderful state of Alabama.
I'm dead serious.
Bushes and weeds.
Yes, and they made it seem as though that it was they were actually in the wilderness, and that was not the case.
Well, that Bear Grylls show,
I was just going to say that.
They were in Little River Canyon making all these, just wild statements like, oh, they're just so dangerous around here. And the thing is there's little kids walking around out there. I've been out there a bunch of times. I've never felt my life was in danger. And it's different when people say, I might get lost in the woods. Around here, you can't get lost. I mean, if you can get lost, but you're going to find your way out.
You're going to find your way. Just keep walking.
I mean,
you'll see houses. Eventually, you'll see something to direct your path.
The thing that gets me is I saw that episode, and I used to be like, oh my gosh, this guy is just like he is man. Hear him roar, and then one day my fiance was like, get in the car. We get in the car, I go up there, and he's like, This is where that episode was shot. It's a gas station across the street. I just felt so betrayed.
You felt lied to.
I felt lied to.
Why did you lie to me?
Like, but you said that you were killing a bear to survive when you could have got a Twinkie across the street.
Oh my goodness.
From that point on, I was just...
You were devastated.
I was devastated, and me and Bear Girls had to break up.
I mean, in that episode, he actually said you have to look out for alligators here. I've never seen an alligator around here. Yeah. I mean,
now to be fair to him, there were reports of alligators being in the Coosa and all that, but that was.
But there's a gas station across the street.
Exactly.
He could have went across the street and bought him a bottle of Coke or some Skittles.
Some of the stuff that he does, and he does some very, very some stuff I would never do, no matter how much anybody was going to pay me. Mm-hmm. But he goes and sleeps at a Holiday Inn, you know. His rival Les Stroud, the Survivor man. Now he does it, and his show is a lot different. So you can kind of read between, or you can kind of see what shows are really just almost scripted, and what shows are reality if you pay attention and watch it.
Yeah, you really can, and like I said, and those are just some of the, when you said your boyfriend took you, your fiance took you out to that site and said, yeah, baby, this is where this wilderness, this in the middle of nowhere show, yeah, it's right across the street from a gas station. You know, those are just some of the secrets, and here's some other secrets that I think you all would be very interested to know. How many of y'all, like I said, how many of y'all watch Survivor? Okay. Do you know how the contestants get from tribe camps to challenges in tribal council?
No.
Tell me.
Okay. It looks as though they're walking there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Not true. This is according to the Today Show, by the way. This was on msnbc.today.com. Although they are often shown setting off with packs and walking sticks, making it seem as if they've traveled miles and miles on foot, those images actually, ladies and gentlemen, only show the first or last part of the trip. Okay? In actuality, these contestants are transported in cars. Okay? They are driven in vehicles with black plastic covering on the windows, so they won't be able to see where they are, or they won't be able to see any of the production crew at the base camp. Okay? After arriving to where they are going, they are kept in a waiting area until Jeff Probst calls them into the challenge, and that is what we see on TV. They're not allowed to talk to one another until cameras are rolling either at the challenge or back at camp. This ensures that viewers won't ever miss a critical moment.
You know, I always wondered, like, if it was really Survivor, what were they feeding the cameraman and the mic man? You know? So I always learned, like, do they get a burger and they hold off or what? I mean,
I was watching behind the scenes of the Celebrity Apprentice, and they said the first couple of days they came in, they strictly filmed their walk-away shots where they take their suitcase and go home, and they did all that right there those first couple of days. So it's kind of, to me, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like the people who put these shows on really don't have very high standards for the intelligence of the people who watch the show, because I feel like they just think that they can put anything out there and we're going to say, oh my gosh, I can't believe those people are like that. And a lot of it, like, there's some the shows about, I forgot what the name of the show was, about making guns in Louisiana. You can tell those people just pretty much they pretty much write everything for them. And so, I mean, that's what when I said earlier, I like watching something about reality, is I like to be able to cut through all that and see something that really goes on.
I'm just kind of baffled. Like, the same people that are fighting for a jar of peanut butter are getting taken in an Escalade Like, you're fighting over
Range Rovers?
You're like sitting here
And
like,
Navigators?
I'm gonna be the one to win. I'm getting this peanut butter. Let's go get in the Escalade, guys. Time to go vote you off the island. Like, really?
Yeah, and it seems as if like you think these people are just traveling for miles and miles, and it's like you're getting escorted in luxury vehicles. You're not a survivor.
And that's what I watch. I don't know if y'all watch it, the show The Office, where it is, based on reality. And what I get is when I tell people I like that show, it seems like the people who watch a lot of reality like, I can't stand that show. And I'm just like, you watch that show a lot of times, you just don't know it, because that show is based off of a group of characters who are shooting a reality show about being a sales person or doing whatever in a paper company. So they shoot it to where it looks like it's a reality show, and they have the interviews and everything. So a lot of that is just as much reality as some of the other shows.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Like I said, I wasn't surprised when I found out about that incident about Survivor, just because I know that the older I get, especially the more and more I start working in this industry that is called media and entertainment, I know and I realize that stuff really and truly is not real. It's not as real as you may think it is. And so that's why I understand now.
Yeah, that's what the American Chopper shows. It's getting to the point where they're playing off of the whole drama thing, and they want to create problems with the father and son thing. And I looked it up online, and not a lot of people believe that it's really happening. Whether it is or not, I don't know. I watch the show because of the awesome bikes they build, and just some of the engineering that they do. And so, they'll try to slip one past you if you don't pay attention to it.
And here's something that I didn't know. I have a connection to reality TV, kind of. My family this past summer, they were on Family Feud.
Okay. Okay.
I used to love that show.
I couldn't be on it because I was on a trip, but I found out that I guess I just was naive about the whole thing. I was like, so you go in and you shoot and then you leave. Well, no. Like, when you're in the audience, like, say you're there to watch your family or whatever, and they're, like, the first one, they crank, like, 30 of those out, and you cannot leave. They want to maintain the audience. So when you have to get there at, whatever clock in the morning, and stand in line and get your ticket and get in, you cannot leave. You cannot pee. You cannot have your cell phone. So I was like, I'm glad I didn't go support you guys, but I was there in spirit. Holla.
Wow, that's...
Steve Harvey is doing a great job, by the way.
Yeah,
He has definitely brought something new to Family Feud.
The guy is funny. And his facial expressions gives it all away.
Definitely.
How'd your family do on Family Feud?
Did they win?
They did not win.
Oh, no.
I was going to ask to donate some of that money.
No. Trust me, I would have known. No. But I heard it was very fun, and they lots of pictures with Steve, and they ultimately did not win. But their episode hasn't aired yet. They shot this in May. And their episode hasn't aired yet.
You'd be surprised how long it takes stuff. And like I said, just working within this industry, I learned more and more and more. The Real Housewives of Atlanta, they tape that stuff. That stuff does not air. Like the shows that are coming on right now, some of that stuff's been taped like in the summer, literally. July, August, and we're just now seeing it here in September. That's why, just now seeing it here in, let's say, February. That's why I try to say this stuff is not in real time. We watch these shows as if they took place today or yesterday or last week or the week before. No, these shows have taken place months and months and months ahead of time.
And if you look at it, a lot of like David Letterman and stuff, they do that as well. They'll film it weeks in advance and then play it later on. And a lot of that's just trying to cut down the cost of doing everything. They want to do it right then and there, and that's the biggest draw reality has over television shows that are on networks is they're cheap to make. You don't have to pay a lot for them.
Yeah,
and so that's a lot of their draw on that.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I was going to say is I learned recently watching the Wendy Williams show because one of my favorite artists was performing. I don't like Wendy Williams personally.
Messy.
but Wendy Williams recently she opened a letter, one of the letters from her fan. Apparently she reads a letter from what I understand. Okay, am I right? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't watch the show normally. Alright, so they asked her why one of her directors had on the same outfit as a previous show.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I saw that episode. Yeah.
And she had to explain, it's really not a late night show. Like, we're filming at 10